ladies, so it's Kiosha. I'm back for another Savvy Saturday, episode number 4. So if you guys like these types of video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe also and leave a comment below so we can chat it up in the comment section. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, ladies, so I was asked by several people to provide a copy of my spreadsheet and also how to use my spreadsheet. So I'm going to go ahead and try to sum it up as fast as I can. Hopefully this video won't be too long. So let's just get started. So basically, I got tabs from January to December. So right now I have January 2017, but say that 2017 is over and you want to do it for 2018, you'll be able to make a copy of this sheet and use it in 2018 as well. Just change the date up there to January 2018. So let's start off with what we got up here. So in the categories, I got income, fixed, debt, electronic sinking funds, cash envelopes, and things that are unbudgeted. I also have all of your cash envelopes down here. So if you would like to track where you spent your money on those cash envelopes, you can. And then over to the side, I have payday 1 and 2, and then supplemental income or extra income. If you get paid every week, you can just change this to payday 3 and 4, or whatever the case may be. I get paid twice a month, so I only have 2 paychecks in here. So, but you can insert a row or whatever if you have more paychecks or something like that. So let's just get started. So carry over from previous months. So since this is January, that means it would have carried over from December of 2016. You can also do that as well. So I just said we had $100 carried over. We actually got $100 and we paid $100. And the reason why I did that, have an actual and a paid column, is I will explain it to you a little bit later. But when you're first budgeting, starting out for the month and you don't have any money, you're just going to anticipate what you're going to get here in the budgeted section. And then you're going to put it also in the actual section until you actually get paid. And then you will change the actual to what you actually got paid and then put it in the payment section as well. All right, so we have $2,300 to work with for the month. So let's start budgeting. So let's just say our mortgage is $700, our water bill is $65, our gas bill is $54, AT&T, you know they high as hell, $150, Alabama Power, let's say it's $210. And if you have any more fixed incomes, you can just type them in here and then put in the amounts. And now remember, when you're budgeting, this is the week before the month is going to start. That's usually when I budget. You're just going to make all of the numbers match. Just make them all match, okay? And I'll explain to you why you're going to do that way later. So right now, all of our fixed incomes should cost us $1,179 according to what we have. Okay, so your Belk, say the minimum payment is $25, your PayPal is $35, your car loan is $269, and your student loans are like $300, because you know they be ridiculous. So you'll put the same thing in each of these columns. Okay, and now your balances. You need to say how much you owe on all of this. Let's say $1,000. Let's say $1,200. Let's say $15,000. Let's say $40,000. Okay, for your student loans. Got it? So you owe $57,000 in debt, and your monthly payments are $629. Okay. I like to skip past the electronic sinking fund and go down to cash envelopes. I probably should have did them reverse, but such is life. So groceries, you got, see down here, you have $492 to allocate to all of these. So you need groceries, so you can't be fooling around. So just say $150. Let's just say you're single, so you don't have to buy a lot of groceries. Say gas a month is $80 because you live real close to your job. You like to eat out, so you're going to do $35. You want to save up for people's birthdays. You want to do personal spending. You want to do household. So now you have $152 left. So let's just say you don't have to put nothing in your emergency fund because you already got your $1,000. So we're just going to do that. So now $152. So let's just say you put 25 in travel, you put 25 in vacation, you put 25 in car maintenance, 25 in happenings, and 52 in Christmas because you have 52 left. Okay, so make sure you put it in this next column as well. because each column, when you first start budgeting for the month, all the columns in the actual and the budget should match. And like I said, I'll explain it to you why in just a moment. Okay, let's just fill these in. I shouldn't have did this many. There you go. So now you have a zero-based budget. You have $100 right here because that $100 you have already been paid because it's from last month, so it's already sitting in your bank account. Now, let's say it's your first payday. You didn't get paid $1,000. You actually got paid, let's see, $1,500 because you had overtime. Now you're going to say, I got paid $1,500. Not $15,000, but $1,500. Okay. So this is telling you, you expected to get $1,000. You actually got paid $1,500. You pay yourself $1,500 and you're over budget by you got your excess of your payments by $500, which means you got an extra $500. If this was in red, that means you didn't get enough money. Okay. So now when you go down, you see your budget, you have $500 left. So now you need to allocate that $500 somewhere. So let's just say you want to beef up your vacation fund because you about to go on vacation. So you're going to do equals 25 shift plus 500. Enter. Now it's telling you that you're $500 over your budget. But if you notice down here, you're not over your budget because you had $500 extra dollars to be able to cover this overage. All right. So now you're $1,600 here. So now you need to actually pay your bills. When you actually pay your bills, you're going to put it in this payment column. Don't type anything in this payment column until you actually paid it. So let's just say with this money, you're going to go ahead and pay your mortgage because mortgage is due with that first paycheck. You're going to go ahead and pay your water bill. You're going to go ahead and pay Alagasco. You're going to go ahead and pay your AT&T. You're going to go ahead and pay your Alabama Power. Okay, so you paid all of those people. You still have $421 that you need to allocate. You need your groceries and stuff because it's the beginning of the month and you might be hungry. So you're going to do, and let's just say, and this is where the actual and the payment come in. And I'm going to tell you why they're both in the same column. So let's say this is your first paycheck, but you do half and half for groceries. So you're going to give yourself $75 for groceries. You're going to give yourself $40 for your gas. You're going to give yourself the whole dining out. You're not going to do the birthday this time. You're going to give yourself your personal spending. And then you're going to give yourself, your household. Okay, because you got to buy stuff for the house, some deodorant or something. All right, you have $211 that you need to use out of this paycheck in order to, have a zero-based budget. So with that $211, let's just say you put it towards your belt card. So you paid $211 towards your belt card. Okay, now you're at a zero-based budget. Now, if you can see here, you have $150 that you're supposed to give yourself groceries, but you only gave yourself $75. So these little columns here is telling you how much more money you need to give to yourself. So with your next paycheck, you need to divvy out $130 into your cash envelopes. So this will let you know how much you are lacking in your cash envelopes, and you can't survive if you don't have this $130. Now, let's go over here to paycheck number 1. It was $1,500, right? So you put $1,500 there. It's really $1,600 because you already had, remember, $100 into the bank. So it adds it in here for you to letting you know you have $1,600 to work with on this first paycheck. So I'm not going to type everything in here because you can sort of get it, but you're just going to type exactly what you paid. Or like I said, when you're budgeting at the end of the week, end of the month for the next month, you can go ahead and type everything you expect to pay. And you can switch it around once you get paid, more or less add or take away things. Okay. So we're just going to put everything we paid in here. 210, 211. And then we gave ourselves what? 75, 40, 75, 40. We'll give ourselves 45. What was that? 35 and 15. 45, 35, 15. Missing $190. Where did I put $109 at, you guys? $765. And what I like about this, like I said, it gives you a check and balance. Gives you check and balance. Here it is, $211 for the belt. There we go. So now it tells you used $1,600. You were negative $100 because you only got paid $1,500. But when you take this negative plus this positive, it gives you 0. So there you go. So that's how you do that. So let's just say now it's payday number 2. And you didn't quite get $1,000. You was sick and you ain't had no PTO time. Something like that. So now you only got, let's say, $950. Okay. Why my stuff ain't working, you guys? Why my stuff ain't working? Oh, because I didn't put actual. Sorry, excuse me. I messed up the sheet. Undo. If you do something wrong, just hit undo. There we go. No. Escape. Escape. Thank you. So now in the actual column, you have to put $950 because that's all you got paid. Now it's telling you missing $50 out of your income. So now you got to allocate over here with your paycheck, $950. How much you're going to do. So let's just say all of those cash envelopes. And you wouldn't do this. You would put the actual category. And yeah, I didn't spell that right, but y'all know what I mean. You know you need $130 because you got to get the rest of your stuff. So now you're going to go down here and allocate the rest of your money. You're going to allocate your little birthday fund. You're going to do the rest of your groceries. And then you're going to do the rest of your fuel. Okay. So you're still $820. And see right here, you're $820. So these should always match at some point. $820. See, this is telling you you're short by $50. You know, so this is negative by $50. So now you're going to have to budget something or, you know, maybe make it up in your supplemental income somehow. So yeah, this is going to tell you where you're under and over budget. So let's just say, say you eventually get paid your $200 here, you know, now you're still $50 off. So you may have to supplement, you may have to, you know, take that money from somewhere. So what else we have left to pay? We have left to pay $25 on travel. Remember, we thought we was $500 over, so we can just decide to take out that $50 out of our vacation and do $450 instead, and see, now we're back on balance. Now we're not negative anything. So we can do $475. And if you decide to use that money on your snowball, you know, your lowest debt, to go ahead and pay it off, you would just adjust it by $50. So we still got $400. So let's do $35 here, $269 here, $300 here. What else didn't we pay? We're over by $186. We got all of this is matching. Bill 25. There we go. Now we're all balanced. So we had extra $500, got $50 left on one check, so we was over by $450 of extra money. See that here? 500 minus 50, $450. This should really be the other way around, but you know what that means. So if we allocate everything out here at the end of the month, this should be 0. I kind of leave myself a buffer in there. So I would, you know, leave me some money. So I make sure I wasn't, if in case anything happened, I would just have some money into my account. Okay, you guys, so down here at the bottom would be where you would put how much you gave yourself for groceries. So today you gave yourself $150. And if you had from December, you would roll the money over if you had any money left over from December. So say you went to Walmart, you know, spent $100. Then you went to Aldi, spent $50. You went to Publix, and spent $50. Now you have you're over budget, because you only supposed to spend $150 and you spent $2. So you either have to allocate money out of your budget to cover this, like take it out of the vacation fund where you put extra money at the end of the month or something like that, or don't go over your budget. So don't do it. So you do the same thing with fuel, personal, dining out, household. And of course you can change these to match what your cash envelopes are. That's just what I have in here. And when you get this version, yours will be blank. Besides this, I'll delete all of these names and things like that. So let's just go ahead and allocate this here. And then your supplemental was 200. And let's just say you did the whole 200. So at the end of so when you get through doing all of the money you've made and taken out using this system here, whatever you should have in the bank will be at here at the end of the month. This number should add your ending payment number. So this number and this number should match. If they don't match, that means your checking account or whatever account you're using to pay your bills out of is out of balance. They must match. Now these don't have to match, but this one and this one should match. If it doesn't match, then you need to go back through your math, see if your numbers match and things like that. So let me go back to, so you'll notice you put your balances here, right? So you 57,200. So if you go to February, the next month, and say for them same things in the belt card, you just probably put $500, it will subtract it for you and update your balance. As you can see, it'll update it, and it'll update it through all the spreadsheets will now say 500 until you make another payment somewhere. And the same thing with your sinking funds. As you see here, there's $1,000 because that's just what we put in there. And then let me just do equals because I think it'll mess up my spreadsheet. So then you have $25. See how it's created? So now in those sinking funds, you should have $1,602. You go to February, you have exactly that month. But as soon as you start paying extra money in February, the balance, in the payment section, those balances will go up. See how it's moving up and down? That's how that works. And so forth and so on through the whole spreadsheet. That number will go all the way to December, as you can see here. Okay? So that's how that works. And so basically that's how I use my spreadsheet to balance out at the beginning and end of the month. If you have any more in-depth questions or you want to know something more in-depth or something like that, then just leave it down below. And I can also make a more like a series on the spreadsheet talking about each section. Like if you just want to talk about this section, or if you just want to talk about this section, or how to add in a row and get it to add up correctly, you know, or add another, you know, sinking fund over here. I mean, cash envelope over here if you have more than 6, you know, whatever the case may be, just leave your questions and comments down below or anything you would like to see. And I will try to get to it for you guys. So I hope you guys' budgeting for March is going really well. If you would like a copy of this spreadsheet, I will have it down below in the description box. Now, let me show you how to get the spreadsheet. So let's just say I'm going to share this spreadsheet, private only for me. Shareable link. Okay, so I'm going to copy this link. And I'm going to put it in the, you know, I'm going to put it in the, you know, in the place, in the YouTube, you know, YouTube land. So once I put in YouTube land and you click on it, you're going to come to it here. Let me log in as somebody else. Hold on. Okay, well, I can't do it because I'm logged in as myself. If I would have shared it to my other account then, but you don't want to edit the one that you get when you click on the link. You want to go to File and you want to go Make a Copy, and then you want to put it into your Google Drive. So you would name it, you know, whatever your name is, budget, you know, or whatever you want to call the spreadsheet. You know, you just name it budget, my budget, and you hit OK. And when you do that, it's going to create it under your email address and under your Google Drive for you to be able to edit it and do whatever you want to do to it. Now, some people didn't know how to get back to their Google Drive to find it. So I'm going to show you. You're going to go to google.com, and you do have to have a Gmail account, unfortunately. When you bring up your Gmail, if it comes up, you need to log in. I'm already logged in. You're going to press these little dots right here. When you press these dots, you're going to go down and click Google. You're going to click Drive because you want to get to your Google Drive. And if you look over here to the right, you see it is going to tell me everything I did today. So these are all the blank I've been working on all day. And then these are my actual spreadsheet. I haven't worked on it since yesterday. So when you see this, it's going to say blank one, which is the one that I gave you. And then my budget. You're going to click on my budget or whatever you named it. And then it will bring up your sheet. And you don't have to save this. It automatically saves. There's nothing else you have to do. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Like I said, if you have any questions or you're confused or anything like that, or I need to clarify anything and make another video, I'll happy to do that for you guys. So I will see you guys in the next Savvy Saturdays. Happy budgeting. Bye.